I am here regarding testing on Zachary Ganesh.
Okay, we're waiting on his lawyer to, he's in Oakland County, so he's probably got a hearing or something.
Okay. Did you want me to wait, or do you want to just call me, or would you like me to send you a email report?
What's going on with him?
Well, he was ordered to test once per week, back in March, I believe it was. Where did I put my notes? I'm sorry. And from March 27th to April 23rd, he was testing positive for THC and cocaine. On April 16th, he tested positive for THC, cocaine, and opiates. Since April 26th, he's only been testing positive for THC. He did enter Sacred Heart for a couple of days. I actually thought he was still going to be there today, but it looks like he signed himself out a couple of days after he went in.
So, Mr. Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
No, we are. You told me you were doing better.
I am doing better, sir. The reason why I left the treatment center is they gave me some medicine that made me dizzy. But when I got out, I went and continued on testing, and I attend my Alcoholics Anonymous meetings.
That doesn't sound.
And I have
good.
a medical card that I can that I'm gonna have to rename.
I got a medical card, so I can smoke weed.
Your Honor,
that doesn't sound too good to me.
Your Honor, I think I mentioned it, but just since April 26th, he's only tested positive for THC. There's been no cocaine or opiates or alcohol in his system since April 26th.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a tense courtroom moment where a routine probation check spirals into something much deeper. As the officer lays out weeks of positive drug tests, the judge immediately senses a story that isn't adding up. And when Zach speaks, his explanation only raises more questions, setting the tone for a hearing that's about to get much more intense.
All right, that's after we talk, right?
That I'm not sure of, Your Honor, when his last date. Yeah, his last. Yes.
All right. Well, I don't like the fact that it checked itself out the center.
Understood.
That was the whole. How long did you stay there?
3 days.
3 days. And how long were you supposed to be there?
The detox is 3 to 2 weeks, 3 to 14 days. It's either detox or residential.
Yeah, and you were supposed to be there the whole 14 days, right?
Yeah, they did. You can do detox. It's either detox and residential. But I had my lawns that I have a bunch of clients that I can't afford to.
We're not even talking about that, sir. I just don't believe you're really ready.
I'm very serious. The only thing I do is smoke weed to help me sleep and for my anxiety at night. I don't smoke it during the day.
We're gonna wait on your attorney.
Okay.
Morning, Judge. May it please the court, Vassal Johnson, second P72130 on behalf of Mr. Ganesh, President of Zone.
All right, Mr. Ganesh, good morning to you. Put your name on the record, please.
The judge presses harder, questioning how a man claiming progress walked out of treatment after just 3 days. Zach insists medication made him dizzy, but the judge doesn't buy it for a second. Every excuse lands flat, and you can feel the shift as the judge's skepticism turns into clear frustration, tightening the pressure around Zach's story.
Yes, sir. Zachary Paul Ganesh.
All right. Ms. Lurst, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Dawn Lurst on behalf of probation.
All right. We were talking off the record about his, I didn't know that you weren't here, Mr. Johnson, but I was talking to probation about, he indicates to the court that he went to the treatment center and he checked himself out after 3 days because of some medication that he gave him made him sick or something like that. I don't buy that. I will say this, I am happy to hear that he hasn't indulged in those other more serious drugs that he's had in the system the first time. So I'm giving you a little credit for that. I'm giving you a lot of credit for that. I'll give you a lot of credit for that. But I don't buy you check yourself out. Because then subsequently he says that he needs to get his business going back on and he needs to start making some money. I think that's the real reason. And I was under the impression that he was going to be there the whole two weeks. But Ms. Lurse indicated to the court that he hasn't tested positive for those opioids and for any alcohol. He's not so concerned about the marijuana.
Zach's attorney finally joins, but the judge is already deep into concerns. He acknowledges improvement regarding the harder drugs, yet he repeatedly circles back to Zach's early departure. The judge hints openly that money, not medicine, drove that decision. The courtroom atmosphere turns sharper as credibility becomes the core issue.
But what do you want to do with it? What does your client want to do with the cases, Mr. Johnson?
Did talk to Ms. Snyder, and he wanted to avail himself of that recommendation. It was the OWVI in exchange for dismissal of the other count, narcotic count.
You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Now you can put your hand down. Where is your mom now?
She's right here. Hold on. There she comes.
Always.
Hello, Your Honor. Can you see
Good
me?
morning. Yeah, I can. Can you put your name on the record, please?
Michelle Ganish.
All right. You heard the conversation I had with your son, right?
I have.
And I don't know how you feel about it. How do you feel about it?
Well, I am actually relieved in a way that this situation came up because I was unaware of this situation of this drug that was going on. I was ignorant of it. And so I am so glad to know the truth now. Oh, someone's trying to call. How do you get it?
I just hit the exit.
I don't do that because we get knocked up.
Oh.
They'll just stop calling. Maybe. So he's doing really well. He lives with me. He doesn't own a vehicle, and he hasn't driven. He hasn't driven since that incident because I'm not allowing him to drive because I'm mad. And
so when you say you were ignorant to the whole drug
the cocaine, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about the cocaine.
Cocaine and opioids too.
The conversation shifts when Zach is offered a deal. Take the lesser charge, avoid the harsher count. He agrees, but tension spikes again when his mother appears on screen, revealing she had no idea he'd been using cocaine or opioids. It's a moment of shock, honesty, and emotional weight that completely changes the room's tone.
Well, I didn't know about either one of those things going on.
But
I did not.
When you say that, now you reflect back. Do you see that?
Oh.
Do you see?
Oh yes, I'm going to tell you. I saw it was a big situation that I was trying to get a handle on. There's a boy next door that lives with his mother. He's not a boy. He's a 25-year-old man, I guess. But his mother claims he has autism and all this stuff. And there was some nutty things going on. And what's going on with the phone?
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
All right.
No. For the kid.
And now, have you seen in the last few weeks a change in his behavior?
Absolutely. I am like I am so pleased and vigilant and aware. And I already there's no way that it's going back down this road. Not in my house.
Mr. Johnson, why aren't we sending him to drug court? Didn't we say we were going to send him over there?
Can I answer that?
No, I'm not. I'm talking to, well, why aren't we sending him to drug court?
Because we proposed the Sacred Heart alternative, and that's when
Yeah, and that didn't work. You're going to drug court, sir.
Your Honor, he did drug court in 2013 and failed in Wayne County.
Zach's mother describes the chaos she witnessed at home but never fully understood until now. She talks about strange behavior, troubling neighbors, and a growing sense that something was wrong. Meanwhile, the judge listens closely, examining every detail to determine whether Zach's recent improvement is genuine or just temporary relief.
And not with our drug treatment court, he did.
Yeah, well, it was the circuit court.
Yeah. And that didn't work.
And that was a long time ago, and he was doing really well until this situation that came up right before this accident. We weren't having any problems.
Here's the deal. You want your son to get better, right?
He is better. He's back on track.
Yeah, he's getting better. This is going to be a lifelong, do you understand? This is going to be a lifelong situation that he's going to be dealing with this. You understand that?
That's why he goes to meetings, and that's why he's part of the AA group, and he has been in the past for years. So he has a community that he does work with. And
so he's been to drug court, so you had to have known that there's some issues with some drugs in his life. You said he's been to drug court in 2013?
You're right. I did know, but he had been doing really well since that until recently.
So you told me you were ignorant to all of this. Do you understand that he's an addict?
I do understand that.
And the fact that he's an addict, it's going to be a lifelong of recovery.
And that's why he goes to meetings, and my brother-in-law who's been in the program for 35 years picks him up and takes him.
And it was not working because he's had all kind of drugs in the system the last time he came here.
The judge puts the spotlight back on treatment, asking why drug court isn't being considered. Zach's mother defends him, insisting he's better now, but the judge cuts straight to reality. Addiction is lifelong, and past drug court failure proves there's far more to address. The clash between hope and accountability intensifies.
Let's get drug treatment court on the line. Let's get him to talk to somebody over there. Did you already talk to somebody, Mr. Ganesh?
Yes, I did, sir. I've talked.
Yes, we talked last time, Your Honor. Miss Warfield came and spoke.
He's going over to drug treatment court. That's the best I can do for him.
Your Honor, can't monitor him on probation? Give him a chance?
I don't know, because you know something, they have all the resources over there for him to be successful as he can. You know, what alarms me is that I thought he was going to be in that treatment program for 2 weeks. You're coming out telling me now you only spent 3 days in the treatment program. To me, that just sends off red flags everywhere. Period.
I wanted to detox, sir. I didn't want to do
I mean, it's not about what you want to do. You want to stay clean, I hope.
Of course, that's what I've been doing.
I thought you were going in that program for 2 weeks. That's what we understood. That's why I didn't send you to drug treatment court over there. I'm not the best at monitoring whether somebody's going to complete this probation or not, because it's only going to be, if you mess up again, you're going to jail. Over there, they have so many resources. We have the best drug treatment court in the country. They have so many resources that if you do relapse, then you can be upfront and transparent with them, and they can get you the help that you need.
Please don't do that to me, Judge. I know I
No.
can't.
No,
I haven't completed
you're
it.
going. All right? I don't know why you're not accepting of that. You're acting like I'm doing something that's hurting you.
I've done it before, sir. I had 0 to 3 month guidelines, and I did 3 years in and out of Salvation Army, in and out of jail. It was terrible.
Hearing Zach spent only 3 days in a 2-week program sends alarms through the courtroom. Zach pleads, explaining he fears drug court because of past experiences. But the judge reminds him recovery doesn't revolve around convenience. The contradictions in Zach's progress begin to surface, raising doubts about what he's truly ready to commit to.
I mean,
Because you weren't doing what you were supposed to do. If you stay away from the drugs,
and then I went to
Mr.
jail for a
Gannon,
year for a 3-month guidelines. I did so much time for something, you know.
why?
I couldn't. Back then I was really bad. Back when I was younger.
Okay.
But I'm not.
And you've gone back down that road again.
Yeah, but just recently.
Your mom tells me that you go to AA, you go to NA, you go to all these things, but you come in and you have every drug in your system when you came in here last time.
I know I was still on, working on getting myself clean.
So we're going to help you. Let's pass the matter, all right? All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Ganache. Mr. Ganache, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel.
Yes, sir.
I heard your comment before you left, and it's just not up to you at this point.
I've done the drug court before, so I'm doing good now. Like I said, I attend meetings.
We're gonna try to do the best we can to make it stay that way. And if you go over there with Judge Holmes, so I'm telling you, she's very, very, very good at what she does. She's not the type that's gonna just all she wants from you is transparency and the commitment.
I can't though, sir. I've done it before. I did, like I said, I did like 3 years for a 3-month guidelines, and it was just very stressful.
Your Honor, if I may.
And then I did a year in jail.
So I did speak with Mr. Ganache this morning and previously, Your Honor. The main concern that he had was based off of his previous experience with the drug court. I did try to explain to him that, our system is different and that we're a mentor court for the country. So we have to have our things together and it would be a less chaotic experience. Mr. Ganache is adamant that he does not want to do it. And at this point, Your Honor, by statute, the program is still technically voluntary.
The discussion deepens as Zach refuses drug court outright. His attorney tries to explain past trauma. While the judge reviews the law, drug court is voluntary, but jail can be the alternative. The tension spikes as everyone weighs what's best: treatment, accountability, and the reality of Zach's long history with addiction.
I did tell Mr. Ganache that, I've seen judges offer treatment or jail, and that Your Honor would have the right to do that if he does not want to voluntarily come into the program. So I did let him know of his rights. He is adamant at this time, Your Honor, that he does not want to do it, as he expressed the first conversation that we had. Again, it is here for him. He is eligible. I do remember our conversation from previously. So he is eligible for our program, but Your Honor, he is not willing to participate at this time.
So the statute precludes me from sending him to drug court if he's not willing to do it. Is that correct?
So statute mandates that the program is voluntary and it cannot be forced upon an individual. However, if an individual is given a choice between, the program and, let's say, a jail sentence, the statute does allow a court to make that type of determination, guided choice. Let me say that.
All right. Well, we won't make him go. All right. I already swore your client in, Mr. Thank you, Ms. Warfield.
No problem, Your Honor. Have a great day. Always a pleasure.
All right. I'm bound by the statute. Did I swear your client in, Mr. Johnson?
I'm not sure.
Raise your right hand, Mr. Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. You stand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. You understand that, sir? I don't need you to talk to your mother about it.
What do you? I didn't hear you, sir. You said.
Do you understand? Did you read him his advice of rights, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson went over your other advice of rights in the breakout room or some point during the pendency of this case, did he not?
Yes, sir.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Let me draw your attention back to January 8th, 2025 at around 6:01 p.m. in the city of Detroit. Operating a motor vehicle, sir.
Yes, I was.
Controlled substance in your system at the time of the operation of that motor vehicle.
Correct.
What did you have?
I had cocaine, opiates, and or no, it was just cocaine and opiates. That was it.
And did those controlled substances? Did you have a legal right to those to use?
I did not. I did not.
And did those controlled substances affect your ability to operate the motor vehicle?
No, I happened to take my eyes off the wheel to grab my phone. Well, I was looking for my phone, and then that's how it hit the parked car.
And it had nothing to do with the opioids.
No, it's honestly, if
nothing at all. No, you see where your client is going. I
already, yes, I saw.
It has nothing to do.
I know I was in the wrong.
And opioids in your system.
No, I admit that what happened.
I hope your mom is still listening to this.
She's listening. She's listening. Yeah, I was in the wrong. I admit that I was operating.
You still can't admit it.
Judge, can I go in the breakout room with him?
Yep, go back in the breakout room.
Is it 5? Is that it?
Look at this picture when he was a young man. Yeah, go back in 5.
Okay.
The judge begins formal questioning, laying out penalties and rights. But when Zach describes the crash that led to his charges, the situation unravels. He insists drugs didn't impair him, blaming the accident on looking for his phone. The judge immediately calls out the contradiction, forcing Zach into a breakout room with his attorney to fix the story.
No, a young man. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Ganesh. We were back. I asked your client that the opioids, it says fentanyl, cocaine, there's a word, benzoglycone, other substance that he had in his system. And he says that didn't have anything to do with him crashing his car.
No,
he would like to change his answer, Judge.
It did, sir. No, it did.
He was just looking down at it. He was just looking down at his phone. That's what he tells me, and that's why he crashed his car.
Well, it was because I was under the influence. I took responsibility. Yeah, I was impaired.
You're after you spoke with the lawyer. All right. Will you stipulate to the forensic laboratory report on your client's behalf, counselor?
I do.
All right. With that stipulation, I'm going to find him guilty of the amended count of operating while visibly impaired. Sentencing is going to be June the 13th. All other bond conditions are going to remain the same at 10 a.m. I'm going to order him to do pre-sentence investigation report. I'm gonna refer him back to probation for that. I'm gonna order a substance abuse evaluation. And I'm gonna wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Now we're in, you don't have to worry about going to treatment court. But if you don't come with some systems and no marijuana, we're gonna get all these drugs on it. No marijuana.
Yes, sir.
No marijuana. So make sure that gets in that order as well, along with all the other conditions.
Thank you,
All right,
Judge.
so June 13th, 2025 at 10 a.m.
Yes.
I truly wish you the best of luck, sir, and have a very good rest of your day, and tell your mom I said bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Returning after counsel, Zach changes his statement and finally accepts responsibility. The judge respects the honesty and proceeds to find him guilty, setting sentencing and strict conditions, including 0 marijuana. The hearing closes with a rare moment of encouragement as the judge wishes him luck and ends the session. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.